Captain, I don't know who you got to rig Camp Vigil, but that place is gonna burn for weeks. We've been checking Imperial communications. They're going crazy. It's the first time they've been seriously scared we could win. They're talking about bringing back the Void Wolf to contain us.
The Void Wolf, huh? Not the most popular guy at parties.
Yeah, I don't know what we'd do if he came, but it sure feels good to hear those bullies crying for Papa. Oh, so I had a chance to go through the files you got from Golden, and I've got great news. He's acquired the access codes for the research base where the Nebula shipment is being stored.
Let me guess. The most heavily defended spot on all of Balmora?
Not today, sweetheart, and that's what makes this so beautiful. Most days you couldn't walk 2 meters without hitting a patrol. But today, they're grabbing every warm body to retake Sobrik and Camp Vigil. There'll never be a better time to strike.
I completely had that in mind when I came to get you.
I love a woman who thinks ahead. But seriously, it's mostly droids on the base now, and it's all coordinated from just a few command posts. If you can plant slicer spikes into the terminals at all the posts, it should open all the internal doors, leave you just the droids to get past.
Droids always seem to like me.
I wouldn't count on these droids having much personality. They're heavy war droids, a Balmora specialty. Good luck, Captain. And if you get that shipment, keep the Resistance in mind, okay? We could use a few of those weapons.
Are you the Republic agent? I must be extracted at once. I am Moff Tyrek. My cover is blown. I require an armed escort to Republic territory and an immediate flight off-planet.
I believe you said there was a valuable munitions shipment stored here?
Well, I couldn't risk the Republic abandoning me, could I? How was I supposed to know Imperial intelligence would start asking where I got my custom land speeders? That's my private property. Questionable spending practices, they said. Unsustainable on my current salary, they said.
You couldn't resist splashing around the cash the Republic gave you.
What would be the point of taking money I don't spend? The Republic promised if I ever got caught, they'd extract me, and I would retire on the gold beaches of Corellia with full immunity. Now, make this impertinent vixen stop asking me questions and get on with my extraction.
Oh, no.
Your reliable source here decided to lie to save his own skin.
Did you think I'd let them kill me over a few lousy mansions on Hadessa?
The deal was for you to get us the Nebula shipment, Tyrek. You go with the captain and get those prototypes to Palliser Station, or all bets are off.
What exactly are you suggesting?
You need to work together. He can guide you and provide the security codes to divert the shipment.
I was fleeing for my life. Did you really expect me to... Oh, fine. I'll check my data pad. My assistant handled that sort of thing. Munitions delivery, A-16, Fleet Escort. That's the one. It leaves from the Balmoran Arms Factory ship depot. Today.
Enough standing around. Let's haul jets.
According to the communiques we've tapped, the Nebula shipment is going on droid-piloted tugs. So, if you can launch them before that fleet escort shows up, you should be able to reprogram the droid pilots to fly anywhere.
I guess we're about to be traveling buddies.
This is so humiliating.
Naya memgen kalikam, ke gua nam karak naya memak. Kiperam, chin nampa al adam, nek kam.
And we better stick Tyrek in disguise, probably as a servant.
A servant?
Then you can all meet up at the arms factory and show the Imperials what this resistance is made of.
Kukakari, nuli umnok, menyakari bawa.
You're here. I thought you'd abandoned me. Those incompetent soldiers you left me with are all dead. I suggested a shortcut past Imperial barracks, and they had the gall to blame me. Me, when they went and got themselves killed, leaving me undefended.
I don't want you getting me killed, too.
Fine with me. I'm certainly not keen to be dragged into another messy fight. This has been harrowing enough already. I mean, I've ordered plenty of deaths, but I've never had to watch.
Are there passcodes, or do I just break down the door?
Oh, right. The passcodes. It's, 86932111. Oh, and before you go, do you think you can bring me some water? I'm parched. Maybe a blaster, just in case.
If this goes well, I'll be back in a minute. If not, we're both dead anyway.
Oh, don't say that. I hate death. Especially mine.
Off to Port Nowhere. I bet Rogan the Butcher's never swiped a haul that big.
Is this the one?
Yes. No. She's an authorized repair tech sent by High Command.
Surrender. You are in violation of the laws of the Sith Empire.
You want to explain what happened here?
I found this wanted criminal wandering the halls of a secured facility. He claims you were the instigator of the break-in.
This isn't my fault. I was being helpful. I was scouting for guards.
Silence! Men, kill them!
Thank me later.
You keep doing that.
I have saved your life. In return, I demand you turn over Moff Tyrek. I have hunted this man for 5 years, ever since his command saw my entire clan executed as traitors. It was a lie. They served the Empire with honor. What did you seek to gain with their deaths?
Are you sure you've got the right guy?
Moff Tyrek. It was his command which authorized the execution.
It's not really ringing any bells. But my assistant handles most of that sort of paperwork.
But why did you do it? Why conspire against them?
If I get an execution order, I always sign it. Better the wrong men dead than a traitor left alive, right?
This cannot be him. Where is the real Moff Tyrek? This sadistic Imperial puppet master?
In my experience, the world's a messy place. People die, usually with no good reason.
No, this can't be. My clan deserves vengeance. They must have their names cleared, the blood of their enemies used to purify their dishonorable deaths.
Can we leave now? I have tickets to the Paloic Opera on Nar Shaddaa tonight.
No, I demand my blood rights.
Let him go. With no one to protect him, his own stupidity should kill him off.
That is not the Mandalorian way. To leave his punishment to others.
With Tyrak's intel, the Republic can hurt a lot more Imperials than you can kill yourself. So you're off to a good start.
If there was another responsible for the deaths of my clan, then it's him I should be hunting. But perhaps it is a start, perhaps. He knows something that will let me track the true architect of my clan's betrayal. I am not often at a loss for words, but I had not thought where to go once my search ended. Are you looking for an extra gun?
I can't offer you a clan, but you have a place with me as long as you want it.
And I cannot give you my loyalty. But while I am with you, I will serve you well. I will prove myself by returning this wretch to the Republic. If I refrain from killing him, you know you can trust me. I did not forget my promise of a payment for bringing me the Moff. What would you have of me?
Just tell the Republic anything you know about the Empire. We'll call it even.
As you like. I will wait for you at your ship.
My goodness, Captain.
It is a relief to see you hale and hearty after everything you've been through. Master Newman, the captain has returned.
Are you sure you're not Balmoran, Captain? I can't name one person who's done more for the Resistance. The Imperials are going nuts about losing the Nebula shipment. I didn't know the Emperor let them use that kind of language.
What can I say? Sometimes a girl just needs bigger ordnance.
We've got an old saying here on Balmora. It's not the size of the missile, but how it hits the target. I just hope the Republic is willing to sell us some of it back. We need those Nebula prototypes.
What would you give me if I got you your prototypes?
I should have known you wouldn't tamely turn over that kind of payload. Send me the price later. Right now, let's talk about your finder's fee. Maybe back at my place?
What are you waiting for?
Oh, my gracious. I don't think I should be hearing this. I'm a family-friendly model.
Well, maybe we should find somewhere more private. I'd be a fool to think one night is reason enough to bring someone like you back to somewhere like this. But I hear the Void Wolves executed half the Imperial leadership on Balmora. We could be working in the same circles again after all.
You never know where the winds take you.
Well, even I can read a cue that blunt. I'll take my leave now, Captain. It's been fun.
Captain, Senator Dodonna asked me to call you for a progress report. The Republic's hearing plenty about a missing Imperial munition shipment, but nothing's turned up at Palace Air Station.
The shipment's ours. If Dodonna asks, I'll tell her you dared me to steal it.
A woman after my own heart. Well, if the Nebula prototypes somehow turn up here, you don't have to worry about them finding good and rich new homes. In the meantime, the Senator wants you to head to Hoth. Frozen ice chunk, off on the Outer Rim. I don't know the full situation, something about a pirate superweapon, but I'm sure Senator Dodonna will brief you when you arrive. Pack warmly.
Guns don't get hurt if you sell them.
You think about it all? That craziness back on Tatooine? What makes a person desperate enough to start seeing his fellow men as meat?
I've got a pretty thick skin, but the idea of being lunch meat still gives me the willies.
Seeing those guys makes me wonder if our grasp on sanity is a lot less firm than we think. Anyway, I heard from Jettison. He's recovering. He went back to Ord. He's looking for a job handling HoloNet security for the governor. Glad to know he's okay, you know? One thing to point at and say, we did some good here.
Are you forgetting the hundreds of other people we've saved?
Sure. There's always something more going on. Money or politics or something. When I was growing up, you know, good was good and bad was bad. Now, it's all these shades of gray, and even those aren't always true.
I will not be with you long. Do not begin to think I am yours. This is a convenient arrangement, that is all.
Doesn't mean we can't chat while you're here, right? Share a few secrets, shed a few tears.
I have no clan. What more do you need to know? I will travel with you as long as our interests coincide.
Sometimes I can't believe you actually got back my crown. Do you know how many spacers died looking for it? Don't take this the wrong way, but when we first met, I thought you'd end up like all the others. I'll always beat the odds. You can count on that. Why do you think I stayed with you? I'm hoping some of that luck rubs off. What I'm really saying is, thanks. I wouldn't be where I am without you. You don't have to thank me, Risha. We're not business partners anymore. That's all the more reason to say something. Anyway, didn't mean to slow us down. I'm sure we have plenty to do.
Your crew has welcomed me. I did not expect that.
We've got an open-door policy.
It was not a coincidence I came to you on Balmora. Your name is famous among bounty hunters for the price both Skavik and Rogan put on you. I wanted to see who was worth so many credits.
What can I say? My fans are generous.
Greedy men are willing to throw away fortunes on you. But I value more than credits. I would not give this up for a bounty.
I think I figured out why we get along so well, Captain. We're both restless people. It's how we survive. Trouble loves us, and we just keep on moving. Eventually, Trouble gets tired of following and gives up. I've attracted some awfully persistent trouble. Some people are lucky that way. There wasn't nearly enough trouble growing up on Dantooine. After being a crime lord's daughter, sitting around got dull real quick. I had a big library of holo recordings from my father, but I could only watch them so many times. Never figured Nog for the sentimental type. He left you a bunch of holos dispensing his life's wisdom? If by wisdom you mean teaching me how to become a criminal, then yes. He was a good teacher, very detail-oriented. By the time I was 14, I'd had enough. I buried Father's carbonite chamber someplace safe and hit the hyperlanes with a new identity. Those were good times. I met Juran and Adila, got mixed up with Beryl Thorne, lived a life of crime. Every time I see some idiot scrubbing tables at a cantina, I think of how lucky I am. Normal jobs are for people who aren't smart enough to earn a real living. I'm starting to enjoy these chats, but I'm feeling restless. Let's go find some trouble.